start over. So as I was saying, I may or may not obsess a little bit over... Oh, you know what? This is too huge. Hold on. Over getting achievements in games. As you can see here... Hold on. Should I put this here? I don't know where to put this. I'll put it up here. That's good. And in fact, if I scroll down a bit here, you can see that almost every Resident Evil on here, I have all the achievements on. So, I want to do a little tier list of what I think of the achievements on each of these systems, or of each of these games. And yeah, so I got this board over here. We'll you know, ignore the ones that aren't on Steam. I couldn't find one of just Resident Evil games on Steam, but it's whatever. I might be looking at them to remind myself. Most of them I can remember, but I may reference this little window up here to check them from time to time. Actually, I'm going to hide that for now. This is probably best for that I don't do that. That I don't have that in the way, because it's going to cover some of the board anyways. It's too small to read anyway, but whatever. So I'm going to do these down the line, and starting with Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1 Remake, of course, because Resident Evil 1 Original is not on Steam. Also, one little caveat. I know that there's retroachievements.com, and you can do that for Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, and Gaiden, and I think that's it? Oh, Survivor 1. And I've done some of those, but I have not completed all of them. I've only completed Gaiden and Survivor. And I don't want to bring those into the mix because, you know, that's just like fans making achievements, so I don't want to make it weird and try to clash it against a AAA studio's idea of what achievements should be. So, having said that, let's get into it. Resident Evil 1 Remake. Here we go. Here's the title right here. This has a really nicely balanced... This is actually, like, on paper, this is like the perfect set of achievements, and like achieving them is reasonably like easy to do. Like, it's not too hard to do it, but you still have to be good at the game, and it does force you to go check every nook and cranny. Like, you have to play not arrange mode, to play what is the item box mode, real survivor mode, invisible enemy mode. Like, you got to go through all the special features and make it all the way to the end. Excellent fucking set of achievements. There's no goofy shit in here. Probably the worst achievement in this list, if I can remember correctly, is make every level or every room on the map in one playthrough complete. So like grab every item basically, and every file and everything. It's a little silly, but it's going S tier. Mainly just because like this list is just in Resident Evil games, so we have to have some base level, and I think there's no better base than this. Resident Evil 2 Remake. And I'm going to try to separate my enjoyment of these games from the quality of their achievements, but once again, this is another game where the achievements line up very well with the gameplay. Like, it again makes you kind of play everything. The only thing it doesn't make you do is you can get the cat ears head item by doing the gas station survival mode or the ghost survivor mode with the pistol only, or wait, without the pistol. One of those two, I forget which. But yeah. That you don't need to do that to get 100% achievements in this, but pretty much everything else you got to go through, beat all of those ghost survivors, find all the collectibles, and then actually here's my points against it. There's collectible like random bullshit, the Mr. Raccoon medals. There's like a couple achievements around those, and I think those are pretty stupid. I think I actually used a guide to find those when I went through it. But brownie points for completionist sake overall on the ranking system. So it doesn't force you to get an S+, which is actually kind of interesting. But you have to get an S with Leon and Claire on hardcore. And doing so will grant you, if you get an S+, you will get the unlimited rocket launcher if you're playing as Leon, or the unlimited minigun if you're playing as Claire, which either character can use, which is cool. You don't need to do that to get all achievements, but if you S+ one of the characters and then use the infinite weapon on the other character, you can still get an S rank. So you can kind of make things easier for yourself if you pick up the challenge just that tiny bit. one weird glitch thing around that is that, like, the infinite knife actually doesn't count as using a bonus weapon, so it doesn't rank you down to S rank. That actually, I did cheese things when I got my S plus with Leon on hardcore, and I did use the knife with uncapped frame rate just to make the bosses a little more palatable. But beyond that, I mean, honestly, like a really well-balanced set of achievements. Because of the collectibles, I'm gonna dump it down into A tier. Not too great. What's up next? I guess I'm just gonna go alphabetically down my list here, and I actually skipped one already. Resident Evil 0. Again, this is where I'm going to try my hardest not to, like, let my opinions of the games themselves affect their rank on this chart here, because I am not a big fan of Resident Evil 0. I think it's a very clunky, janky game. But having said that, its achievements line up well. Like, you know, it's do the bonus mode, get all the leech medals, like get all the leech medals with one character, and then like save it or whatever. Like, it's all stuff that has a purpose of doing it, and it's not. It is pretty damn hard, especially like. There's like a limited number of steps, beat the game without saving. That's probably the hardest one. But you can do that with like bonus weapons, so if you do the Leech Hunter mode first, like it's not as hard. But even so, like, I mean, it's a pretty rough game. I think there's one for not healing either. Which, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know, like, the achievements, let me go refresh my memory before I actually rank this. Achievements, view. Actually, here, I'll share with the rest of the class while we're looking through it. Steam window. There we go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring this back up to size so you guys can actually fucking read it, and then I'll put it away whenever we're like not looking at it. So yeah, you know, your standard like beat the game basically. Get an S rank. Beat it on hard. Beat it without combining herbs. You can still heal. That's not too bad. And then the first aid spray and. Yeah, don't save. Oh wait, no, there is one without using any recovery. Okay, so you probably just take all these three at once. But I think you can also do that on easy, so that also makes it a little easier. I don't really know. Yeah, and then beat all the bosses, etc., etc. Do random things in game. I think this is pretty good. The one that was like kind of silly. There's actually two things. So there's two puzzles in the game that you can only solve as one character. The first being the piano. Oh, you know what? Where is it? There's one of beating a leech man with a knife, I think. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no, that's not right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not an achievement. Okay. Oh, defeat Mimicry Marcus for the first time only using a knife. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, okay, so here's one. Calm the nerves, play the piano using Rebecca, and then try to push something heavy, which is the bookcase, with Rebecca. She can't do either of those things, but it's an achievement to do each of them. Kind of silly. They were also hidden achievements, so, like, you don't know unless you look it up. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's a fun set of achievements. Even though I don't like the game, I think I have to give credit to the achievement set in this game. I'd put that at probably an A. We're just gonna, I'm not doing that usual thing where I'm like, oh, within the ranks, I'm gonna rank them. Like, no, whatever rank it's at, that's the rank. Fuck it. Next game on the list. Let's see. I think Resident Evil 2 Remake. No, we already did that. Resident Evil 3 Remake. Okay, so here is where things get interesting. So, I specifically said some things about, you know, oh, it's neat the way you have to unlock, like, the S rank and all that stuff. In Resident Evil 3 Remake, number one, they kind of streamlined the unlock system in general. You don't really need to do amazing things to unlock like the infinite launcher or any of those like special weaponry. You just get points, and you get points through doing like achievements, but like they're not achievements. Some of them align with the actual achievements, other ones are just like things. What's up with your sound? What's wrong? Oh shit, is my sound all fucked? Is it too loud? What's going on? Talk to me here, D314. Is it my mic sound? This is the crackling of the music over here. I'm lower than normal. I did turn my mic down a little bit because I was clipping. Let me turn it up just a pinch here. Is that better? Oh no, the crackle is the music we're listening to. Thanks for letting me know. Oh yeah, that's just the music. Anyway, so yeah, so in Resident Evil 3 Remake, they kind of made getting all the special unlocks not that special. I don't know, I think the coolest thing about the replayability of Resident Evil games is like getting rewarded for doing like specific challenge runs to get certain items. And this just took all the fun out of that because it just gave you a point system. But even worse than that, you could grind out the infinite rocket launcher and buy that as like the first thing you get, which you probably would if you're like, oh, well, that's the cool thing, let me get that. Using that does not detract you from getting any other achievements, including beating it on not Nightmare, what is the hard difficulty called? Inferno. Yeah, beating it on Inferno, beating it with under a certain time on Inferno, like your rank overall, like none of that is affected when you use the infinite rocket launcher, which is, again, you don't have to do anything special to obtain it, unlike Resident Evil 2 Remake where you had to beat the game on the hard difficulty with a like specific set of criteria to do it. So other than that, the achievements aren't horrible, but like, I don't know, it's just kind of janky. So I'm gonna put that at a C. Is this a cool one to unlock? Helps the next one into Stepping Stone? I guess that's cool, but I mean, like, achievements, you shouldn't like make an achievement easier just by like granting points. I think when you've like earned it, you know, through like grinding out a hard difficulty and then, oh my god, I unlocked this thing, it'll make my other achievement easier. Like, that's what it should be. Yeah, it's too steep. Like, you're just vaulting up these steps, man. Okay, Resident Evil 4. I like Resident Evil 4. I don't love it. It's not my favorite Resident Evil game. The achievements are fucking laughable in this game, on Steam at least. Here, let me pull this up. There's 12 of them in the entire game, for a game that's one of the longest Resident Evil games, by the way. And all you have to do is follow the damn train, CJ. No, look, this one, you get it by beating the game, in the course of beating the game. Hell, you get this in like the first hour of playing the game, for your first blind playthrough. This one is an Easter egg, but it's really fucking easy to do. Yeah, beat El Gigante. Actually, this one might not even be an Easter egg. This might actually just be beat the water boss, which I'm blanking on the name of right now. I don't know why I can't think of his name. Yeah, get to Ashley. Like, all of these right here are just beat the game. And then another achievement for beating the game on Professional, which is not that hard. And then lastly, do the bottle cap game over and over. And then I guess S for Stylish. I don't remember how you get the costumes. I think you just got to beat the game twice, right? And then you get all the costumes. So, goddamn, what a like pitiful group of achievements. Again, I like this game, but these achievements suck. So, having said all that, it goes in S tier. No, D tier. Bad Resident Evil 4 achievements. Resident Evil 5. Okay, this one ends up on my shit list for a whole different reason. I'm automatically putting this in D. I'll cut to the chase here, but let me explain why. So, there's two horrible things about the achievements in this fucking game. Number one, there are actually good achievements in the list. Like, you know, you gotta beat the game quickly. Like, it's not even beat the whole game quickly. Like, you can go back and beat individual levels to improve your overall time to unlock stuff. But there are two insanely actually, no, that's not even true. There's two insanely grindy achievements in single player, and then there's like 4 insanely grindy achievements in multiplayer. I can't even tell you how many hours I put in this game just like getting the achievements for multiplayer, because you have to like get 70 melee kills and like 200 kills overall for like the 5 people that still play the fucking game. And even if you're playing it when it was popping, it would take you like a while to do this, even if you're godlike at the game. Like, fuck that. I mean, it's a product of its time. That is very much the kind of achievements that were put in games back then. I can confirm. I remember I played like Duke Nukem 3D on the Xbox 360 when they ported it there, and like all the achievements were in like deathmatch mode, which is not the draw to that game in my opinion. So yeah, that's why that ends up in D tier. Resident Evil 6, same. I think over half the achievements, I can confirm this. There's 70 achievements in Resident Evil 6. Which is appropriate as the longest game in the series. I can't think of a longer one. Let me pull these up. Here we go. So there's a lot of them around beating the game. Those are fine. There's shitty collectibles that you have to go get. Those are not fine. Those suck. Yeah, like this, like beat the game on no hope mode. And then the like a huge swath of this is okay. These are all intermixed, but yeah, like customize your dog tag. Purchase your skills is another really grindy achievement. It's awful. You can do that in single player. But yeah, they're action figures. I forget what the figurines are. I think that's another collectible. Using the special moves, those are cool, I guess, because that's like a feature you don't really know about unless they mention it. But yeah, oh yeah, beat 500 zombies, 500. It's just like, just waste your time, grind this shit out. It sucks. Okay, maybe not half the achievements, but a good portion of them are dedicated to the online mode and just doing like an insane number of things. If there was one at the bottom of the list, it would probably be that. What are we at now? Resident Evil 7. 7 is another really good example of shitty achievements. No. 7 has really solid achievements. The only bad ones, I don't really like... So, you may notice a theme here. I'm not a huge fan of collectibles, but, there's like a couple around the bobbleheads, but those aren't really that hard to find. I'm not trying to make excuses for this game, but it is a little more tolerable as a result. But yeah, I mean, you know, you got your standard, like, beat the game achievements, and then you got all the DLCs. They have, like, reasonable achievements of, like, oh, you know, do these time trials that you get after... Because the DLC in 7 is, like, superb, so just playing that in general is really fun. But beyond that, like, you know, doing the extra stuff, like getting a double S rank in Happy Birthday mode, or, like, beating a Happy Birthday in 5 minutes. Oh, wait, never mind, that's not... I mixed it up. This is the VHS tape Happy Birthday that you complete in 5 minutes. But there is, like, you know, a speed run in the, like, Jack's birthday mode. And then, you know, like, it really, like, it perfectly does achievements, I think. It belongs up here in S tier with RE1. I'm not gonna get into every single example there, because there's a ton. Resident Evil Resistance, again, so this might be a surprising one. Again, this is a list purely on the quality of the achievements of the games, not the games themselves. This game's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me, but I still don't like it, and I don't think it's good. Having said that, the achievements are what you'd expect for a multiplayer game. They're not super grindy. A lot of them are like, do this unique thing. A lot of them are very hard to make happen, especially if you try to do it current day, because there's like nobody on the servers anymore, especially on PC where I did this. It was really tough to grind them out, but it was incredibly satisfying when I actually did. I can't think of a single one that's bullshit in there. Actually, fun fact, I'm pretty sure there's only like one achievement on the Mastermind side that requires you to actually win the game, so you could continuously lose as Mastermind, but still just like rank up and get the rank achievement and everything. In fact, to this day, I don't think I've actually won as the guy that has Nemesis, Nikolai. Oh yeah, duh, Nikolai, of course Nikolai. So I'm gonna put that in A tier. It's got solid fucking achievements. Good job, Resistance. Revelations. Okay, so I said 6 was the worst one on this list. Revelations 1 has the worst fucking achievements. Revelations, the main game, the achievement set is fine. But let's talk for a minute about Raid Mode. Raid Mode is actually a pretty cool, like, multiplayer mode you can play where you go through all the levels and you can, like, replay them with, like, different enemy, like, loadouts. You can play with a friend. There's, like, customization and, like, kind of like a loot box system where you get loot each time. But they went fucking insane on both the difficulty of Raid Mode and the achievements they require you to get. You have to beat basically every level 3 times, because there's like 3 difficulties of Raid Mode. And by the time you get to the... Yeah, this is an achievement tier list. By the time you get to the end of the fucking, like, last set of levels, you have to grind your level out so fucking far that it took me... Hold on, let me look at my number of hours on Revelations. 114 hours, 114.6 hours is how long it took me to get all the achievements in this game, because Raid Mode is a goddamn bastard. From what I understand, on the console version, Raid Mode had an equipment item that gave you faster XP to level up your weapons and stuff. That is not present on the PC version, so I guess I can go, like, fuck off, is basically what the game told me. And the ghost ship, Oh my god, the ghost ship. It is so hard, and you have to beat it for one of the achievements. Yeah, so fuck that. Anyway. Bottom tier. Now, Revelations 2. Again, I actually like Revelations, like, a fair amount. And Revelations 2, I really like. It's up there in my, like, upper maybe 10 Resident Evil games. That's not really that good, because it's, like, half of the games, but, I don't know. It's upper mid-tier for me. I have beaten all the RE achievements on Steam, except for one, and we'll get to that eventually on this list. Yeah, so, in Revelations 2, there's like a challenge system on each level where it's like, hey, do this specific thing that's like specific to the level. I think that's cool, and it rewards you points that you can use for unlockables. You don't need to grind out on the unlockables, unlike 5. So like, you know, that's cool, but you do have to do all of the objectives, like every one of those like special things, and some of them are pretty hard. Which I guess, you know, it's a challenge or whatever, but like it just gets, it's like a time sink because there's so many that are like specific to the way you play a level that like I'm pretty sure I looked up a guide for every single level because I didn't know how to do one of them, or like it didn't register the way I thought it would. If it wasn't for that, I would probably I'd maybe push this into B tier, but I gotta put it in C tier. But shoutouts though, Revelations 2 also has a raid mode that also is ridiculously long, but you actually have to play like 6 levels, I think, to get the achievement, all the achievements for raid mode in that game. So good shit. Just a quick shout out to that. Okay, so those are all. Wait, hold on. Where's Village? Did I pass it? Oh, I no longer have all achievements in Village, probably because they published the achievements for Village for the DLC, which I literally, you know, can't play yet. So yeah, we'll talk about Village now. Yeah, they totally did. Nice. Maybe we can find some achievements. Oh my god. Hold on, chat. I need to show you this. This is my worst fear as someone that has a game on Steam right now. Here's the achievements I don't have on Village. Achievement name 1, achievement desk 1. Dear God. Anyway. And also hidden achievement. Probably achievement name 8 if I had to guess. But yeah. These are good. Pretty solid overall. The main problem I have, there's 2 problems I have with the achievements in Village. Number 1, Mercenaries mode is way too easy. I'm probably gonna sound like an asshole saying this, but y'all have gone on record like praising me for. Now I'm sounding more like an asshole. Fuck it. I'm a god. No. But yeah, Mercenaries mode is way too easy, so the achievements for it become incredibly trivial to get. Minor complaint overall. The larger complaint I have is the goats. Like, finding all the goats was really stupid and annoying. It's just more like collectible bullshit. Yeah, those are like 100% achievements for the upcoming DLC that'll be here in a couple months. So all those things considered, I put it at a B. Otherwise, they're pretty good. There's a lot of like unique stuff it makes you do. Like, it's pretty good. There's one for like breaking every window in Dimitrescu's castle. Yeah. So that leaves. Oh, actually, that leaves 2 more games on this list. Kind of. So. Operation Raccoon City. Fun fact, this game comes from the darkest chapter in gaming history when Games for Windows Live existed. Ooh. So did RE5, I guess, but for whatever reason, I guess because RE5 is a well-liked game and this one's not, they ported the achievements to Steam. Orc does not have Steam achievements, but it does have Game for Windows Live achievements. And back in the day, I did grind this out, although I didn't do it on Steam, I did it on Xbox 360, so... Just trust me, bro, TM. Anyway, the achievements are fine in this game. This game's very mediocre overall, but, like, you know, the achievements, they're what you'd expect. As a co-op and PvP-focused video game, there's nothing, like, atrocious in them, but there's nothing amazing. I'm gonna put it as C. There's a lot of collectibles in it, so we'll put it under C for collectibles. Hey, the RE3 music box. I like searching for things with achievements. For people who don't like it, data will be harvested with the day of the release. Yeah, that's true. So there's one left on this list, and it is actually the last game, or it is the only Resident Evil game ignoring those achievement desk 1 on Village that I don't have all the achievements for that's on Steam. Wait, I did the wrong one. We're gonna ignore Reverse right now, because Reverse has not yet come out. It will. Umbrella Corps. Umbrella Corps is probably the worst Resident Evil game overall. And to reflect that, its achievements are pretty shit. Here, let me show you what I have gotten. So number 1, you know, it's kind of appropriate for an online-only game. Like, of course, all the achievements are online-only. However, I would like to jerk myself off for a second. Clear all the stages in the experiment. It's really fucking hard. If anyone owns this game, I implore you to try it, because, oh my god, the last 3 missions are, like, torture. All the things in that, like, ice base from Code Veronica are just the worst. But yeah, so I've gotten every achievement that you can offline, as well as a couple of online achievements that you pretty much get for playing a game online, because I've played this game maybe, like, twice before the servers just have nobody on them. You need, like, at least 6 people to start a game, and some of these achievements I think you need 8 people to play the game modes that are required for it. But, you know, if this game wasn't a steaming pile of shit and people still played it, I think these achievements aren't inherently, like, super, like, terrible, but you literally can't get them unless you can, like, con 6 or 7 people to, like, buy the game or buy it for them and then play with them, like, extensively, too. You can't get these quickly. Like, yeah, Rise to Rank 60, like, holy shit. Yeah, so, I'll never get these achievements. I don't know if this is on screen still or not. It is. Which is fine, but I also don't want to hold that against this game. I think it has okay achievements for what it is. It's just, in its current state, similar to Operation Raccoon City, since no one fucking plays this game, there's no way you're gonna actually get them if you wanted to go try and get them. But yeah, that concludes my list of Steam games, Steam Resident Evil achievements. Don't at me. And I could talk about the retro achievements for RE1, 2, 3, Survivor, and Gaiden, but I won't. Reverse will eventually have achievements in like a month or 2 when it comes out. I'm sure I'll have opinions on it, but this is my list as of now. So that was that.